What's up, Lashinistas? Welcome to the show. This is the LivBay Podcast, where we talk about the ever-growing eyelash business. If this is your first time listening to our show, welcome. This podcast is dedicated to helping you grow as a lash artist and or lash business owner. So whether you work for yourself or someone else, this podcast is for you.
Hey guys, this is Mike and Shauna Jones. We are the owners of LivBay Lash. Our heart is to share with you our uphill battle in the lash industry and to give you a real raw, what am I missing?
Real raw version
of what things are really like. I jacked that up and you're looking at yourself in your phone.
Yeah, I'm just trying to see how gray and old I look. Go ahead. We are here to encourage you during your lash journey and to give you guys a real raw version of what things are really like. Yes, in today's episode, we're going to be talking about proper etiquette when responding to people or when just talking to people.
Yeah.
Or just a general life lesson, because some of you need it. But before we jump into that, real quick, we got some classes coming up. We're going to be in Columbus, Ohio, March 8th. I'm a huge Columbus, Ohio fan. I'm from Ohio. I'm a big Buckeyes fan. I'm very excited to be putting this class on for you. We're going to be in Philadelphia right after that, March 15th. Newark, New Jersey. I've had people say, did you guys say New York City?
Yeah.
Newark, New Jersey, March 22nd through 26th. Buffalo, New York, March 29th, and back in Vegas again, March 29th. There's a lot of other classes coming up, a lot of other cities. We're trying to hit as many as we can. You can go to livbayclasses.com and check out all the other dates. We also have the VR class going on today and tomorrow, March 2nd and 3rd as well. If you already know Classic, you can go on there, jump on there, and take just the volume portion. It's really cool. Also, we have our online memberships.
Yes, online membership, $99 a month. So wherever you are in your journey, we are here for you. You have access to Mike and I. We do one live per month. You get 20% off products. You get a free product a month. You have access for us to answer any questions that you guys have. You get a free gift a month. It's just an awesome program to just help you as a lash artist or, grow into like the business side of things. LivBayCourses.com.
Yes, very cool. And also, we're in Canada. Oh, Canada.
We are in Canada and we're on Amazon too.
Yeah.
So we're still having search issues. So we are still showing up as Libby Glassware, but we, as Amazon recognizes us more, then we will be more searchable. I know it's frustrating, but just order from our website if you're that frustrated.
Yeah. And someone asked the other day, they were like, I noticed your prices are slightly more on Amazon. Why is that? Is it the same thing? Is it the same product? Yes. Same product. It's not available in Prime because it's being shipped from our warehouse, same fast turn time as Prime. The only difference is it's being temperature controlled and stored here. That way it's just not being recklessly thrown out in a warehouse. So we can monitor and make sure the products are still good. The reason it's slightly more is because it's free shipping on Amazon.
Yes.
There you go.
Yes, but it still comes from our warehouse.
Still comes from our warehouse with love.
Yes,
and goodies and fortune cookies.
Yeah.
Okay, anyways, jumping into the episode. So take it away, Shauna.
Yeah, so this was actually an idea from someone in our group, the Lash Tea. They were like, hey, you guys should really touch base on like business etiquette and like how to respond to people, how to respond to clients, how to, when you're starting to hire people, like, how to communicate. And a lot of lash artists get frustrated when like people DM them and they're not like, hi, they're like, what's your prices, and I can see how things like that can get frustrating, but I think it's important just to know like how to respond to people, some people get so frustrated, they won't even respond back. And it's like, hey, I think it's important to remember that sometimes people are in a hurry. I mean, right now, this generation, we're in a hurry. We want instant gratification. We want to know right away. So sometimes people, are just on the go, like, what's your prices? And you're like, well, hey girl, hello. But just remember, as a lash artist, you really can control conversations. Communication is key. It's really easy to get really frustrated when it comes to like the social media age we're in. A lot of posts in the Lash Tea too. People are doing sponsored ads and they're showing like a beautiful mega set, and you get comments underneath, and it's like people hating, like, oh, those look like caterpillars, or those are isolated. And I think it's important that as a lash artist and as a beauty professional, your job is to make people feel beautiful. And people watch how you respond and how you interact and the respect that you give people. And I think it's important to know that as a lash artist, you really have to watch yourself with these things, because sometimes you don't know like someone's situation and why they're coming at you that way. And, sometimes we kind of tend to dig into well, they didn't even say hello. What the hell? I'm not going to answer them. Or if someone's asking, hey, what products do you use? We automatically think, oh, that's another lash artist and they're trying to like steal how we do things. But sometimes, you just have to just respect people, answer professionally, and not dive so deep into some of these things, because you're a business owner. If you're answering these DMs, we're assuming, you're a business owner. And I think sometimes we need to look at like the full picture and just kind of control the conversation, and respect. That's how you're going to get that business, especially right now we're in a recession. You know what I mean? So it's really important that, that we're communicating that and we're respecting people who reach out to us with these questions.
Yeah, I think the main word that was said there is respect. You got to remember, we live in a day and age where people are easily accessible through social media, and when you're leaving a comment or you're reaching out to someone, I've had people before reach out to us, and like on Instagram, it's an unrecommended message, or on Facebook Messenger, somebody will write me, and it's an unrecommended. I don't get the notification, and then I'll see it later, and then they'll be extra mad because I didn't respond to them, like I'm above them, which isn't the case at all. It's just we're running a business. I got a family. I got a lot of things that go on outside of just, my immediate area. And so, people are always like, hey, can you respond back? I'm writing a paper for school. I need these 500 questions answered. You had nothing else going on today, right? And then if I don't respond right away, they're like, isn't that all you guys do? Just sit around and make videos? Isn't that what you guys do? You just make videos, right? You don't actually like do the day-to-day stuff. It's like, well, yeah, we do. And then it becomes like you remember that Eminem song, Stan, where he's like, Dear M, we should be together, and like writing, and like talks about at the end how he's kidnapped his girlfriend and everything else, and like start freaking out because you don't respond. And it's nothing like we're personally doing, like we don't want to respond to you. Just know that if it takes us a minute to get back, we don't see it right away. It's not like we were trying to purposely ignore you. So I've seen some ones where it's been flipped around and people have been like, you don't respond, you don't care, you don't do this, and it's like that's not the case at all. I promise I'm trying to get to everybody as fast as I can. We mentor so many people, and these are people that aren't even in like our membership program or our ambassador program where we can dedicate the time. So we try to even answer people that aren't a part of our inner circle, that aren't part of our ambassadorship, that aren't part of our membership, and we still take the time and answer questions, give them dimensions, give them business advice. It's not like we don't want to do it, because trust me, we try to help as many people as we can. We just only have so much bandwidth. You know what I mean? If it was like 4 years ago, we were just starting out, I think we'd be able to do a lot more, but we wouldn't have as many people asking the questions, they are now. So just know, when you reach out to somebody, make sure you give them respect as well when you're trying to ask a question. For those of you who are own a business and you feel like people are reaching out to you disrespectfully and they're not saying hi first, I agree with my wife. People are in a hurry. It's not that they're trying to be disrespectful. It's just that, listen, there's going to be way worse things happening in your business as you progress. And you're just going to have to learn to get a little bit thicker skin. That's the only thing I can tell you. Don't be so offended, if somebody reaches out to you in that manner. Let it go. Be a little more relaxed about it. You know what I mean? And I promise, if this is the worst thing that's happened to your business so far, you're doing pretty good in life.
Yeah, you're doing a great job. Plus, like, communication is key. You know what I mean? Like, I was born in 1984, so I'm going to be 37 years old this month. So I come, from my dad's Native American, my mom is Italian, raised in an Italian family. We're huge on communication. You know what I mean? And if you are experiencing issues, then it's huge to communicate. You know what I mean? I'm a part of some lash groups. Some lash groups I'm, blocked from, but I take huge offense when people, speak about my brand or myself, and it's never fact-based. It's literally never fact-based. And I'm not in those groups to kind of like defend myself and like, you know what I mean? Hey, let's talk. Let's communicate. Like, why do you feel this way? Like, what are you experiencing? Why? And I think it's important to know that as you become a bigger business owner, communication is huge. It's so important, and I feel like that's kind of what our industry is lacking lately. And it's super upsetting because, this is supposed to be community over competition. We're supposed to have like these lash groups and these support groups and, these Instagram engagement groups to support one another and to express positivity. And lately, I feel like even as a business owner myself, I've been like extremely attacked with things that aren't even true. Like you could not, it's farthest from the truth. horrible accusations, none of them fact-based. In fact, anytime anybody ever asks for proof of where this is coming from, they're blocked from these groups. And it's the craziest thing, and it's very upsetting. And as a business owner, you know, you want to communicate with these people and say, hey, what is going on? And I just think the focus needs to be like, you're a beauty professional. You need to act a certain way. We're all in this industry to uplift people. And if you're have an issue with someone or a customer or a lash artist, let's say you have your own salon and you have lash artists underneath you, communication is huge, you know? We're in a society where everybody just wants to block everybody. And I get that. Like someone asked in our membership program, they're like, hey, like this girl, she's like trying to like steal this and steal that from me. Should I just block her? And I mean, my advice is like, do whatever brings peace to your life. You know what I mean? There's some people, unfortunately, I've had to block because the messages that sometimes I get like about my family or allegations or accusations that aren't correct, it's like sometimes there's no turning those people no matter what you say or do. I just simply invite people into my world, come to my warehouse, come to my salons. LivBay is full of love, and I get super offended because LivBay is after our kids, and everybody that works under LivBay is so amazing. So I just, you know, I urge communication, I urge positivity, and I mean, it's crazy. Like, it's amazing. We're doing so many things. I mean, we're the only lash company doing classes. We're doing manufacturing. We're doing franchising. And I feel like there's new levels and then there's new devils. And every single time you climb up, people try and take you down. I think communication is key. And I think we need to turn things around to be more positive.
Not just that. Listen, if you're sitting around leaving nasty comments and being nasty, and you're pushing your own agenda and you're using stuff to better your business, and you're not beating the competition on a competition level, but trying to defame or degrade or say hateful or malicious things to beat your competition, I promise you, I can look you in the eye with the most sincerity right now. It'll come back on you. You're not going to ever win or beat somebody by defaming or slandering. It always comes to light. Darkness always comes to light. And I'm not saying this, I'm not trying to get preachy, not trying to get biblical on you. You know who you are. If you've spent time trying to beat the competition by hurting them and saying malicious things, your time is coming. It will come. And I'm not saying like in a threat. The universe only takes so much of it, and then you're going to be exposed for what you really are. I challenge you, if you're one of those people who is angry right now and you're looking to take it a low road or go lash out at people, no pun intended, you know, it's time to analyze maybe what's going on with you. You know, I don't believe you're that angry or bitter of a person, or you're saying hateful, mean things just to say them. It could just be something you're doing internally. And that's why a lot of times we're trying to let it go to heart. But, you know, there are people that will continue to try and do it because they're pushing a hidden agenda. There's something else that's trying to be done, you know, and I hate to say it, but, you know, it's part of life. But for the business owners out there, or the independent lash artists out there, I went through today, I read like 5 or 6 comments in the last few, people wanting to quit, you know, like, I'm ready to give up, my area's oversaturated. You know, they've been beaten down, and I feel for you. I feel sympathy. If we didn't have a second job when we first started this, we probably would have been out the door pretty quick as well, because it gets expensive buying supplies and dedicating your time, you know, trying to find ways to advertise. I understand, but just know, you know what I mean? If you're one of those people right now who's like second guessing, you've had enough internet bullying, you've had enough just BS, or people leaving crappy Yelp reviews, or whatever the case may be, just know that you're doing the right things. Otherwise, if there wasn't anything there for people to come after, they wouldn't be doing the stuff to you. So don't give up. Don't let somebody else steal your joy. Just, you know what I mean? You got to keep trucking forward. Trust me, there are days in this business where we get flack from all ends, and it's even on the weekends when we're trying to just, you know, relax.
Be good parents.
Hang with our kids.
Spend time with our kids. And that's when the enemy attacks.
Yeah, and I'm like, hey, you kidding me? These are the times where I'm like,
maybe we will take up those investors.
No, I'm just like, are we doing the wrong thing? Are we trying to, we're out there trying to do franchises that are a superior product. We're trying to bring jobs back from China, make manufacturing here in the U.S.
We're constantly giving out content.
Free giveaways, giving away free classes, $500 in products, $500 to pay. I mean, all the stuff we give, and be like, I hate them. Well, for what? I don't know why, I just hate them.
Because there's a train in the whatever group, and everybody jumped on it who had a bad experience. But even if you're a lash artist, you know, and you have people comment, they're like, oh, all my lashes came out from her. You know, we've been through it. We really have. We've been through it.
We had somebody in our warehouse quit and jump on a bandwagon. You know what I mean? They were a packager, and they were like, yeah, and commenting about our lash service. And I'm like, you would know this from experience and what?
Yeah. And listen, we're in a world today where it's really sad. There's a lot of sad stuff. I mean, we're all in this together. We all went through COVID together. I mean, you know, we're still standing, but our businesses took a hit. Mentally, we took a hit. Like everybody out there, people lost jobs, people lost family members. I mean, we should all be like, we're all in this together, and it should just be like pure positivity. You know what I mean? And it's crazy because there are days where I'm like, oh, that's it. I'm going to give up. You know what I mean? But we've been through the worst of the worst. You know what I mean? And, you know, people are like, oh, whatever, you're silver spoon. It's like, no, actually, you know, I
wish I was silver spoon.
You know,
I wish I could tell you I cashed in my parents' trust fund.
I know. And that's the thing is like people don't understand. Like when my parents were together up until I was 8, we had everything. I had the perfect life. I had every Christmas, whatever. Parents got a divorce. I watched my family like rummage sale, all my toys gone. I was on government assistance my entire life. People don't realize that. Like, but I was literally raised on so much love, communication, and I will follow that through with my business. I'm not going to let people cripple that. We have come so far. We started this, you know, we sold our landlord's refrigerator to pay him rent. We slept on an air mattress. We shared a car for 5 years. And you just have to like saddle up, and it makes you become so much stronger. And you just have to look at the people talking bad about your business and the self-deflection that goes into that, because sometimes it really has nothing to do with you. And all I can do is just promote love and show the real LivBay, opposed to what anybody in any of these groups want to say, because it's false accusations, and we're living in a world where things like that can really ruin businesses. And I think that if everybody comes together instead of, you know, fighting each other, then we can make this community so much better. Like so much better. And it needs to be. You know, we're here to help. We've always been here to help. And as you grow in your business, and if you're looking to hire people and have salons and classes, you're going to go through it. You know, different extents maybe, but sometimes, you know, it means you're doing the right thing too, because new levels, new devils. I always say that.
Yeah. Last thing I'm going to tell you guys this too. No matter what level you guys get to, you could be doing classes, you could be doing salons, you could be doing products. You know, at the end of the day, there's going to be people who are going to come after you and say nasty things. We've all had a bad customer have a bad experience and say something hateful or horrible about your service that wasn't true. And it's easy to get defensive because you're like, this is my baby. I built this thing with my own hands. This is my own blood, sweat, and tears. And someone's going to go on Yelp and leave me a horrid comment or a Google review of something saying something that's not true. You've been through that. Now you're going to start doing classes. Someone's going to say something nasty about your classes. You're going to try and start selling a product. Someone's going to say something nasty about your product. It's going to happen at every level. So that's what I'm saying. I just encourage anybody out there who is dealing with this negativity, you know what I mean, just to know that there are better days. Some days you're going to want to quit, but I challenge you not to do it. But I also challenge you to know if you are that person out there who's doing the nasty stuff, just know it's going to come back around on you. You can't expect to go out and do the right thing and build a successful company by belittling or pushing or saying nasty things about people, because it'll catch up with you. You're going to get your own dose of it too, I promise.
Well, on a good note, I did want to announce the winners. So every single month, we are doing a free 5-day LivBay Lash class. So we're doing giveaways for that. And then we also started doing a $1,000 giveaway. It's $500 in LivBay supplies and a $500 blah, blah, check
75,
written to you.
Sold the guy in the back there.
Written to you. So we have our 2 winners, and I just wanted to announce them. I know everybody was doing such an amazing job, and we're doing this. The 1,000, we don't have like a cap on that. We're just doing that just to give back to you guys. A lot of people, your businesses were hurt during COVID. So for the class, the winner is LaToya Webb. Congratulations. DM us on Instagram, please, so we can set you up for one of our 5-day classes. And for the $1,000 giveaway, this is your Instagram handle, by the way. It's Lash Me Lala. So you won the $1,000 giveaway. Congratulations. So DM us on LivBay Supplies so we know who to cut the check out to, and also so we can give you a credit for your $500 in LivBay Supplies.
Oh, that's exciting.
Yes, and it starts again. So we will post something.
Congrats to the winners.
Yes.
I saw a couple in there that I wanted to personally handpick. You know what I mean? That I saw some pretty bad sob stories. But everybody did such an awesome job. It's so tough because
I mean, it's like everybody's going. Yes,
I want to here you go. Here's $1 million. Everybody take it. Take my money. Take my classes.
But we're going to continue to do this. So please just continue. Like we see you, and I always say, like with these things, the more we see of you, the better your chances. But everybody did so amazing. We love all the nice, kind words and all the reposts. It's always so amazing to see. Yeah.
Let me end on this note here. Last thing I'm going to say. Okay, listen. Once in a blue moon, right? We're human, okay? I'm not going to sit here and say that we've ever not taken the low road or done everything 100% ethically or done everything. You know, there's been times where, you know, I've made mistakes and you know, that's between me and God. I ask for that forgiveness daily, but I will sit here. I will tell you we're both human. Like we're human, okay? At the end of the day, it's still Mike and Shauna, the same people for years now have been giving you guys free info. Some of the ones out there have bashed us the hardest are the ones that have stolen our playbook and literally recopied everything we've done.
Or have DM'd me personally and I've helped out.
Yeah. And so it's just like every once in a while we take a blow too, and we're like, it hurts us too.
Yeah.
You know?
Or stuff about our kids. I mean, really, like if you don't like my products, fine.
My 2- and 4-year-old who can't even turn on a TV.
Their name, LivBay is after them. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's really sad.
But listen, I was just gonna say, you know, we're human. We take hits too, and there's days where we want to give up too. So lately I've been getting lots of DMs and just people shouting us out and tagging us, just telling us, you know, thank you so much. You guys have encouraged me. You've helped us. So I just want you guys to know for as much as we give positivity and energy to you guys, reading those little comments and you guys telling us thank you, how great of a job we're doing, it helps us too.
We need it.
Yeah,
thank you.
It helps get us through too. That's all we got for you today. As always, if you haven't done so yet, please make sure to subscribe to the podcast, subscribe to the YouTube channel. We've been doing our new vlog series. I believe the one coming out on Wednesday is going to be a little behind the scenes with our manufacturing. You're not going to want to miss that one. As always, if you haven't done so, make sure to check out our Facebook group, the Lash TEA. Until then, we'll see you in the next episode. Thank you.
Thank you.